Well, hello. Happy Tuesday. I am getting very, very short and very, very close to my final day of work, and then I will be on President Trump's Deferred Resignation program. I hope your week is going well. I got a couple of things to mention in this article here. If I can ever get this thing right, I'm still trying to figure this out. All right. And just like in my previous video, I mentioned that they're offered the deferred resignation program is being offered again. Now, this one isn't as generous as the previous one, like I said, because the previous one, if you accepted it like I did, you get paid and taken care of until get taken care of until December 31st. Everything still builds up, your retirement points, everything still builds up, leave everything until December 31st. Now that's the most generous offer. This new offer is just the same thing, but only until the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30th. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up is something you have to consider depending on what component of the government, the federal government you work for. Now, the Army is just chewing on reducing their troop count by 90,000 soldiers. So, if they reduce their troop count by 90,000 soldiers, that means they need fewer civilians to support the Army. Things are changing, and they're changing at a very rapid pace. Just like I told you before, with AI, they've quietly started implementing AI last year. It's going to take a lot of, it's going to replace a lot of logistical positions, administrative positions. A lot of things are being replaced by AI. Uh, the installation I worked at previously was a large training facility. It was a lot of schools on the installation. And believe it or not, a lot of those instructors are going to be replaced. They're being replaced by online instruction. Yes, this is a good money cost savings for the government, but it's bad for jobs, people that need work, good, stable, secure work. Like the federal government, it doesn't get more secure than the federal government. I think next would be, I would can fairly easily say, would be federal contractors. But with all these reductions, again, I'm saying if you do have the time in service and you do have that option, and if you really analyze what you're doing and you think you're going to be a target, you might want to consider taking this offer, because after this offer, this is offer number two, and after this, they'll probably have a rift. And I'm 53 years old, and I'm gonna tell you from life experience, it's better to leave on your own terms than to get kicked the f out, because when the rift comes, yes, they have to, find you jobs or offer you three. But if they don't have it, they don't have to offer anything to you. And then you're out the door. Whereas with this deferred resignation program, you're leaving on your own terms, still getting paid. You can take your time. You can take a month or two off. Don't have to worry about it. You can relax, unwind. And believe me, it's much better and easier to find a nice job, a nice new gig while you're still getting paid and your mind is at ease. On the other hand, you get ripped. Trust me, I've had that experience as well, not a riff. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I just got out. I was in Okinawa. I got out, came back to the States, found a job, and tell you, and that sucks. You don't have any income, you have no options. That's when life sucks, because you're going to take any job you can get, and you're going to be competing with a lot of people. Like right now, I'm in my hometown. This is where I work out of, and I'm gonna tell you one thing about my hometown. Here, if you get ripped and you get let go, there's not a lot of options. And the reason I say that is because one, first off, you have to compete with retired military or former military, and most all of them have college degrees now. And then two, so that's one, retirees and veterans you got to compete with. And two, you got educated younger folks out here, hungry, ready to work, and they take a lot less money than you. So you got to consider these things. You know, I'm still trying to get this YouTube thing going, so you got to excuse me as I stumble along. But I'm just trying to iterate to you that if you look at your job and you really deep down think that you're a target, even if you're not a target, you got to prepare yourself to walk out on your own terms. It's much better. Because I'm 53. If without President Trump's offer, I'll put it this way: without President Trump's offer, if I was to get ripped out, I would have nothing. I'd just be going out in the street, and that'll be it. I'll be competing with other veterans, what have you. But since I'm taking this program, that gives me time to work on my YouTube, get my trading business going, my family office going, which is going quite well. I do have another channel about my trading, and it's going fantastic right now. Again, thanks to President Trump. Every time he gets on the podium and speaks, the markets just move back and forth, and it's just freaking fantastic. But I'm going to get back to this subject now. So, but without this DRP, I'd have been screwed because my company is just starting to really get off the ground. So just think now, I'm 53 years old. If I'd have got kicked out, what am I going to do? I got to go compete with 20-year-old, 24-year-old college graduates who take a lot less than I would, work a lot harder than I would, be willing to do things that I wouldn't do. I'm not willing to do anymore. Some things I can't do anymore. So I have to compete with those folks. So, and this goes back to you. You have to consider that as well. You know, if because if you get ripped out, yeah, you can take your TSP money, but you're still missing all that money you could get right now all the way until September. You know, and that's a huge difference. That means you can leave your TSP or your retirement plan alone while you're still getting your income. You can take your sweet time and find that perfect new gig or start a business like I am. But if you don't, if they force you out, that's it. Your R's out. And you'll have to take your TSP money and go home. You get nothing. So we've had offer one. This is offer two. Next is RIF. And like I said, even with these soldiers, 90,000 soldiers, that's a lot of people that's going to be coming out on the job market just like you. They're fresher, they're fresh, they're young, you know, probably younger. Uh, they got all the credentials and qualifications. They're going to be honorably discharged, and people do like to hire veterans. So you got to consider these things. That's all that's on my mind right now. And I'm really excited about going out and getting more involved in my company, my trading business, and this channel. I'm just so happy and excited. I can't wait. It's been so long, and over 28 years I've been doing this, and I got a whole new life that I'm starting. I'm still involved. I want to spend more time with my children now. My four older children, they're full adults now, but we still spend time together. I can still get to spend time with them. All the time I miss all those years I was working and traveling and stuff like that, I get to make up for that. And then now I'm about to get remarried, and I just had another baby boy. I get to spend time with him. I get to raise him up and spend more time with him that I didn't get to spend with my kids when they were small. So that's really touching and warms my heart. I can't wait to do that. So that's something else for you other folks to consider as well. You can start living life. You know, you can, if you can, right now, if you can retire and just go home, it's worth it. Go out there, live life, spend time with your loved ones, or just spend time with yourself. Stop and smell the roses. I'm just right now trying to still mentally and stop myself and slow myself down and learn how to take my time now. I don't have to rush anymore. So a lot of you potential retirees, you're probably on the same boat too. You know, sometimes you don't want to quit a job. It's not about the money. It's about the mental hump. It's a big, huge mental hurdle. But throughout history, if you talk to any medical professional or any successful person in life or anyone, a philosopher, whomever. If you taught anyone the best thing to do is just go ahead and do it. Just do it. Like the Nike commercial used to say back in my younger days was just do it. It's true. Just do it. Because if you don't, you're always going to make an excuse in your head to why you got to stay. And the next thing you know, you're going to plop at your desk, and that'll be the end of your life story right there at your desk. And all you're going to do is scoop you to the side and put someone else in your place. Whereas you could have been out living life, spending time with your loved ones, building up good memories and just doing really good things. And then when your life story ends, all those loved ones, you touched their heart and they got something nice to remember you by. Whereas, I've seen it. Like I said, I've been with government well over 28 years. And when you're in government or any job, once you once your life story ends, they're just going to replace you. That's the end of it. So that's something to think about. Like I said, I think this one's last until the 14th. I'll come and post again. I'm going to try to keep improving on these videos and stuff like that. But I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you all again soon. Take care.